What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hey, you guys. Let's get into hello. You guys, come on in. As my boy MJ would say, get in here. What up, Miss T? Thank you, Miss T. Hit that like button as soon as you walked in. What up, peace? Hey, everybody, let me say hi to the people. Delisa, okay. Hey, Colton, Amber, Corray, Tracy, Lovely 31, Marilyn, Yana, what's going on? Demetra, Cross Country Cruiser, hey, my love. Complex, Ken, yes, hey, Kenya. Volvo, Quake, Chuck, hey. Hey, Xavier. Montrez, YBS, Mary, what's going on? Hey, Katrina, what's up, Danny? Hey, little sis. Hey, Cams, hey, boo. I've been looking through your videos. You have so much content, girl. Yeah. Hey, Alexis. That's probably part of my problem. YouTube don't know where to put me. They say, damn, she just talked too much. Hey, everybody. If I didn't speak, charge it to my head, not my heart. So let's get it straight, you guys. Everybody that is lit up in green, you are VIPs. You guys head over to the VIP section. There are plenty of seats. Bottle service will be starting shortly, okay? You can get you some hors d'oeuvres, okay? Some hot wings, some other things. If you need to go and partake of the smoking section, okay? Yana will escort you guys upstairs, or Angela, when she comes through, will escort you guys upstairs to the smoking section. Everybody else, fill it in. There are plenty of seats. It's 100 of y'all in the chat. Please, once you hit the like button, you may take a seat, okay? We need you to hit the like button first. And then you may come take a seat. I don't know where that spoiled dog is. Where's Benji? Don't come in here every day asking about Benji. Benji don't even live with me. Benji lives with Nisi, up away from here. But wherever he is, he being spoiled. That's what I know. Okay. Time with B. Shalom said, I'm on my way up top. Okay. That's what it's there for. Now, listen. I have first of all, I have a couple of quick announcements, and then I have an unboxing, and then we're going to get into these things. First of all, I did a very impromptu, accidental, on purpose live earlier on credit. It is in members only right now. The main reason why it's in members only is because we do talk about, I tell y'all some of my business as it relates to my credit. I don't tell y'all none of my I don't tell y'all my social security number, nothing. But it is some personal stuff. So I put that on members only. But it is some really good information as it relates to credit, dealing with credit, fixing credit, how to get things off your credit score. My cousin, thank you, Cubstar. It's dark. It seems like it's really dark. My cousin who does credit repair, he came onto the live and he answered some questions. So it was a really good live. So if you are a member, please go make sure you check it out. And again, I know for non-members, the only reason why I put it on members only, again, like I said, because it's some, it may be some sensitive information as it relates to things like that. Well, go ahead, Just P, with your credit score 850. I won't be like you when I grow up. The other thing is, if you guys play Monopoly Go, if anybody still plays Monopoly Go, they started a new album today. So if you want to be a part of the trading group, let me know. If you want to be a part of the Monopoly Go trading group, just hit me up on Instagram and I'll add you to the group. I think the group was very helpful with a lot of us who play Monopoly Go, so we didn't have to deal with the bull hockey with the groups on Facebook and stuff like that. So, this is another one of my Juvia's plays. This is Drama Queen. This is Juvia's Place Drama Queen. That's what I have on today. I need to order some. I'll probably order me some Juvia's Place this weekend. Spring is coming and I need to get some lighter shades. So instead of my dark brown, I'm going to do a bronze. Give me a couple of bronzes. I'll probably do some glosses, a little something light, because we got springtime coming. Now, if it ever get here in DC, spring started last week, but I can't tell. I need spring to sprung. Okay. Thank you, Marty. Yeah, we have fun in the Monopoly group. I think we do. And like I said, especially when it comes to like the partner games, you know, we exchange and stuff like that. So if you still play Monopoly, I know a lot of people stopped playing, they got frustrated and all of that. But if you still play Monopoly Go and you want to be a part of the group, we're starting a brand new album today. So if you want to be a part of the group, hit me up on Instagram and I'll add you to the trading group. Okay. I have an unboxing. If you are in my membership, y'all know what it is. If you are in my membership, you know what I'm about to unbox. Oh, the cherry blossoms bloomed. Child, let me tell you something about them cherry blossoms. They don't give a damn if it's a blizzard. They gonna bloom. Them cherry blossoms is gonna be blossoming. So let me show y'all what I got today in the mail. I'm so excited. Okay. Again, if you are in my membership, you know what this is. Okay. Oh, it smells so good. Y'all, I ordered the Bridgerton candles through Bath and Body Works. So first of all, y'all know I love Bridgerton. Y'all know I love candles. So when the Bridgerton collection came out, duh. So they're 5 cents altogether. And of course they have the lotions and all of that. But I ordered the candles because I wasn't sure if I was going to really like how everything smells. So I didn't order a bunch of stuff. But I hope, you know what? Don't do me in my tree. Katrina talking about something. I hope it's a better tree. Okay, so this scent is Diamond of the Season. No, I ain't got nobody. Shut up, Cams. Oh, this does smell good. Oh, I like it. Oh. Oh, I like this. See, I wasn't sure about ordering like the lotion and stuff that I'm definitely gonna get the lotion for Diamond of the Season. And it's light. It's a light scent. I'm definitely getting this. Oh, yes. Oh, excuse me. The problem is I'm not gonna want to burn these daggone candles. That's the problem. I'm not gonna want to burn them. But that smells so good. This one is. Let me open it up, child. How you open? Oh. It has peach notes to it. It's hard to describe, but it definitely has peach notes to it. I had you laughing, Monica. Be careful because of certain types of wax. Okay. This is called Queen Charlotte's Tea. This one is Queen Charlotte's Tea. Let me see what this one smells like. I like it. It's light. Yeah, I like this. I do like this one. I like it. Okay. So far, they 2 for 2, y'all. They are 2 for 2. I like it. I like Queen Charlotte's Tea. I like Diamond of the Season. Let's see what else we have. The one, I'm going to tell you the one that I think I'm not going to like. The male scent one is the one I think I'm not. The one that's geared towards men that I think is geared towards men is probably going to be the one I don't like. Usually those are the ones I'm not crazy about with Bath and Body Works, are the ones that are more masculine. This is the one right here. This one is called Bridgerton Study. And the reason why I feel like this is geared towards men is because it's like the study. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely the one that's geared towards men. It's okay though. I don't hate it. I actually kind of. I actually think I like it. I wouldn't buy the lotion or anything. I probably wouldn't buy the lotion or the hand soap. But as a candle, I actually kind of like it. Okay. They 3 for 3. They are 3 for 3, y'all. Let's see what the other 2 are. It's 5 altogether. So let me see what these other 2. Ouch. because I wasn't expecting to like it. I wasn't expecting to like it. So this is called Wisteria Garden. Now, I'm not big on flowery scents, so this might be one that I may not be crazy about either. Yeah, it's okay. This will probably be the last one I would burn. But again, I'm not big on flowery. I'm not big on flowery, so it's okay. But if you like flowery, you'll probably like it. You'll probably like it. Busy and El Teddy like your annoying little brothers. They are. And they like annoying me. And they were tag teaming me. Mahogany Teakwood is your favorite? Yeah, see, Mahogany Teakwood is strong. It's very strong. Okay, this is the last one. So far, I would say it's a 3.5 out of 4. Because the garden one, but I'm not a big flowery person. So this one I know I'm gonna like. This one is Danbury Shortbread. I know I'm gonna like this one. Yeah. Yep. So out of the 5, I would probably say the collection for me is probably a 4.5 out of 5. Maybe a 4.2 out of 5. But I would get the lotion in Diamond of the Season. The hand soap, probably Diamond of the Season. Probably, if I was going to do a hand soap, I would probably do Charlotte's Tea. Queen Charlotte's Tea, I would probably do that in the hand soap. Yeah. I would probably do if they have a car freshener, I would probably do the study for that one, for the car freshener. But anyway, so there is, you guys. That is what I did. I love Bridgerton. The new season comes out next month. And I can't wait. All right. Was it May? Maybe it's May. All right, y'all. Let's get into these things. All right. You're not too late, child. I just did an unboxing. We ain't even get into nothing yet. Y'all know with the tribe meetings is very informal. So I don't want nobody coming in here talking about something. Why she just taking so long to get to the stuff? Child, that's what we do around here for the tribe meetings. Sometimes we take some time. Okay? Sometimes we take some time. May the 16th. Thank you, Abby. So yes, May the 16th is when the new season comes out. Okay. It's 182 of y'all in the chat. I'm hoping that we have at least 150 likes. If you haven't done so yet, can you please go and hit that like button? If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And you guys know that donations are not required, but they're accepted and they are what? Appreciated. Okay. Now I'm tempted to buy them since they're buy one get one free. Yeah, and look, I might take these back and buy them again. Now that it's buy one get one. I wonder if the buy one get one free includes the Bridgerton stuff, since that's so new. But if it includes the Bridgerton stuff, I might take this back, return it, and then buy them again. I'm not above it. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. It does. Oh, I'm taking these back tomorrow. I am returning these tomorrow. Is that ignorant? Is that ignorant of me? I'm going to drive my happy tail right on down to that mall. I am. And then I could probably get the lotion. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to pack these right on up tomorrow. I sure am. Going to take these back and get my buy one, get one free. Shoot. Okay, moving on. Yeah, that is a better price. Shoot, I sure am. Okay, well, that's what I'm doing tomorrow, y'all. I was gonna go get my hair. I probably still go get my hair done in the morning and then go down to the mall after I get my hair done. Anyway, moving right along. Where we gonna start, y'all? Okay, they say that the owner of Essence magazine bought the Revolt shares from Diddy. They said allegedly that they was gonna make a big announcement and they was gonna make a whole thing about it until the feds rolled up on Diddy, and then it was kind of like mm. They also said, when I say they, I'm talking about, like the people, the people of the world, the blogs and stuff. They also said that in addition to Diddy's house being raided, they have also subpoenaed, businesses that, companies that do business with Diddy, that's to be expected. I mean, all of the things. See, here's where I'm getting irritated with the people with this Diddy situation. Y'all are piecemealing stuff that is common sense. And I know Pam went live around 6 o'clock. I'm going to have to listen to it later. But I'm sure she's saying a lot of the same stuff. They are piecemealing stuff together that just freaking makes sense. Like, if they had search warrants to go into all three of these men's residences, why wouldn't people think that they also have search warrants for businesses, for electronic records, for phone records? Like, why would people not think that? I know that man. I know the guy who bought the shares is probably kicking himself because he probably could have got them shares for half of what he paid for them. Child. Now let's talk about a few of the other things, and we're gonna be moving on from Diddy because I'm sick of talking about him, and I know y'all sick of talking about him. Let me know when he get charged. But anyway, Young Miami's team said that they are very upset that her name has been added so specifically in this latest update. They said that the timeline in which they are alleging that Young Miami allegedly bought, the Coquiana down to Diddy, it does not line up. They said the time in which the lawsuit said that Young Miami took the Coquiana down to Diddy, she was in New York being fitted for her Met Gala outfit, and Diddy was in Virginia, and that the timeline just doesn't add up because she was in New York being fitted for her Met Gala outfit, and Diddy was down in Virginia at the water festival. What his name? Pharrell's water festival. Now let me say this. I have not read the timeline in this updated lawsuit that everybody is going through. I honestly haven't, because we went through the first lawsuit. The first lawsuit was 70 pages. Okay. I ain't got it in me to do another 20 pages. Okay. But let me say this. And I already know what Tracy getting ready to tell me when I say this. I don't even want to say it out loud. But because I already know what Tracy gonna tell me. I don't even want to say this out loud. But anybody that know anything about the drug trade of the 1990s know that 95 was a major artery. Anybody that know anything about the geography of our area know that you can be from Virginia to New York in 3.5 hours without traffic. So to say she was in New York being fitted for her Met Gala dress, and that means that she couldn't have possibly have fit the timeline and took the Coquiana down to Virginia. That is so ridiculous. Ma'am, sir, she could have been there in 3 hours. I mean, I'm just saying, when I go to New York, it don't take me but 3.5 hours, and that's with traffic. That's with traffic. That's with me stopping to get to New York. Now, we can get into the logistics of what part of New York and all of that. But for me to get to the get through the tunnel and get into the city proper, 3.5 hours. Now, again, I'm not saying that this guy is telling the truth. I'm not saying that either. But what I'm saying is that doesn't necessarily blow up the timeline. Let's be clear. Right. Exactly, L Boogie. And private jets get you there faster. Listen, I have flown to New York. Okay. I have flown from here to New York. Baby, you barely got time to get in the air before they're talking about we are now making our descent. I think it's a 45-minute flight. So I'm sorry. How could that not be a case? Now, again, I'm not saying that makes it true. Let's be clear. I am not saying that makes it true. I am just saying that doesn't blow up the timeline. I don't think it, for people who live in this area, it don't hit like I think they thought it was going to hit. At least not for me, it did. Maybe for y'all it does, but for me, it don't. Listen, at this point in the game, then you got Lucian Grange, who is the CEO of UMG. His attorneys are threatening Lil Rod's attorneys of sanctions, saying that they are filing frivolous lawsuits with information that they know is not true. Here's what I'm going to say. Y'all know I try to look at things from an objective eye. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say that everything in that lawsuit is to a T truthful, but I don't think everything in that lawsuit is a lie either. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying everything is to the letter true, but I don't believe everything is a lie either. Now that's just my 2 cents. That's my opinion. The Stevie J thing and the underage girl that wasn't underage makes me side-eye Lil Rod. I'll be honest. Valid. Xavier says, but when dealing with these types of things, you can't mix the truth with lies. I don't disagree. But again, I don't think you should ever mix the truth with lies when you're dealing with, filing lawsuits. I don't think there's ever a situation where that's okay. So I don't disagree with you. But that's how I feel about the situation. That's how I feel about it. It's just crazy how he got so many pics and evidence, like people saying the feds planted him, or Diddy was just getting sloppy. I think there could be a lot of elements. I mean, all of it would be me just guessing, but I do think there could be a lot of elements. I think there's a level of arrogance that comes into play when you've gotten away with things so long. I think there's a level of arrogance that comes into play. If um if Diddy does have a drug problem, that makes people sloppy, yeah. I mean, it could be a variety of elements. I was watching Nancy Grace talk about Diddy this morning. She said the feds have probably been working on Diddy for a long time, and a lawsuit spurred the rate. Exactly. Here's the thing, you guys. What we should know by now is things like this don't happen overnight. And the feds just don't move that fast. Like, they don't. The feds just don't move that fast. So I believe that there probably was already something moving. I think the Cassie lawsuit, I don't think it started with the Cassie lawsuit. I think there was already some stuff moving, personally. I think the Cassie lawsuit probably accelerated, you know, because here's the thing. Some of the stuff in Lil Rod's lawsuit has been proven to be true. So, but we'll see. It's going to continue to unfold, child. It's going to continue to unravel and unfold. Um, I can agree with that the Cassie lawsuit might have put it on the top of the pile. Abby said, by the time the feds show up at the house, they've been on you for at least 24 months. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Jen Shaw, right. The Jen Shaw stuff, that didn't come out of nowhere. That had been going on for years. And she knew it, which is all the more reason why I have no idea why she would go on a reality TV show. But anyway, child. Okay. Well, there's that, you guys. But we're not going to be here long today, child. Well, we are, because we're going to talk about Whitehead. I was going to do a separate live on Whitehead, but I just don't have the energy for him. I don't. But we're going to talk about him. We'll do him last. Sorry, y'all. Bravo docket. They're doing their series on the Marco lawsuit with Erica Jane from the documentary. So they're doing it in 3 parts. So when they get done doing all 3 parts, we'll come down here and talk about it. But if you want to go listen to it, the Bravo Docket podcast. If y'all want to go listen to it, y'all go check out the Bravo Docket podcast. Okay. Hey, Sir James. What's up, boo? The feds will let you incriminate yourself for a while before they get you. Yeah. Yep. Hey, Jazz. Somebody's been asking me, and y'all know sometimes I read y'all comments, but I'm already saying something, so sometimes I forget to respond. I've seen this a couple of times. Somebody asked me about the RuPaul book and will I do a review on it when I get done reading it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I can do it on the other channel, on the book club channel, but it's really, I don't really have a lot to talk about. If you've read her other memoirs, excuse me, if you've read RuPaul's other memoirs, a lot of the information overlaps. This one is a more zen point of view, right? He's talking very symbolic, and because the name of the book is called The House of Hidden Meaning. So he's getting a lot into the symbolism of things and what this happened, and he didn't realize it at the time, but this is what that meant, and this is what that meant. It's not very salacious. I mean, I'm not saying it has to be, but I mean, it's very cerebral, right? It's a very cerebral memoir. It's not like, I mean, he gets into some of the drug use and the people he met and the raunchy things, and the boyfriends and sex and stuff. But it's very cerebral. So I mean, we can talk about it, but it's okay. It's not bad, but it's not. I don't know if it's what people think it is, because RuPaul has done a memoir where he sort of got into the minutia of certain things. So I don't know if that's what people are looking for. Hey, Mr. Willie Brown, how you doing, boo? So I don't know, but I mean, we can talk about it on the other channel. Okay. Katrina, that's literally where I'm getting ready to go. So since we're talking about this whole Diddy situation, let me get my phone out. 50 Cent is now suing for full custody of his son that he shares with what's her name? Joy. the mother of his son, uh, was named in the Diddy lawsuit, and so 50 Cent is now suing for full custody. But she has responded, so let's talk about it. Excuse me. Child, let me go through. Y'all know I gotta scan through. 50 Cent is reportedly seeking full custody of his and Daphne Joy's son after she was named in the Diddy lawsuit as a SEX worker. So let's read about it, honey. Let's get into it. I'm sorry. All right, let's read it. I'm sorry. I was trying to scroll through, child. They got updates on top of updates. I was trying to scroll through. 50 Cent wasted no time trolling his baby mama online, which we know he would, after making the discovery. However, it looks like he may have serious concerns because according to Us Weekly, he is now allegedly seeking full custody of their 12-year-old son, Sire, or Syree, whatever. Given the latest development and news of Daphne Joy's involvement in the Diddy lawsuit, 50 is going for sole custody of his son. Diddy and several others. Okay, and then it just goes into the lawsuit. So she responded with this. Let's talk about what she had to say, child. Hold on. Okay, let me read what she said. You know I gotta take off my glasses for this little writing. Everything is a joke to you until your safety is compromised, which is happening now. You are wreaking real havoc, frenzy, and chaos into people's lives. How would you feel if Sire was the one in handcuffs for nothing? We moved to New York to give you the opportunity to be a father to your son, and you saw him 10 times out of the 2 years that we lived 1 mile away from you. I'm tired of upholding and protecting an image to our son that you've never even cared. Let's put the real focus on the true evil actions of you RAPing me and physically abusing me. You are no longer my oppressor, and my God will handle you from this point on. You have permanently damaged the last hope I had for you as a father to preserve our family with these last and final false claims made against me. You have broken our hearts for the last and final time. I am deeply hurt by the lies in Rodney Jones' lawsuit. The claim that I am a ex-worker is 100% false and character assassination. I am retaining an attorney to explore all legal remedies against both Rodney and his attorney. So 50 Cent responded. He said, "It is what it is. See you in family court, sex worker." Look, I will say this. 50 Cent said, "You moved a mile away in hopes of having another baby with me, but I was busy. So you moved back and then you started receiving money from Brother Love. Now here we are, you little ex-worker." He really gonna troll her now. And I'm not defending it at all because y'all know I think that 50 Cent is a troll. And I have no love for 50 Cent. So trust me. But if you thought he was trolling you before, oh, he's really gonna troll you now. She need to get, if she really does have an attorney, she need to get an attorney to look into him with online bullying and cyberbullying, because it's a mess. This whole situation is just a mess. Somebody just sent me something. Hold on. Okay, I don't know why they sent me that. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Unless she sees this video, she won't know she can't. He wins every court case. No, he don't. Not every court case, but he does win a lot. He does win a lot. Um, but he is a bully. He's a troll and he's a bully, and I don't find him funny at all, child. I don't find him funny at all. Um, it says alleged victim in 50 Cent's DV case is a model actress. So now a lot of his stuff is coming up. I'm gonna read you guys this. This stuff just keeps popping up. The Los Angeles woman whom rapper 50 Cent is accused of kicking in a DV incident as a model and actress that had a part in Pirates of the Caribbean. Daphne Joy, who was born in the Philippines, has a baby by the rapper and is now focusing on the safety of her child, herself, and Jim Yeager, a spokesperson for the Los Angeles law firm of Meyer Olson, which is representing her. The alleged victim, whose name wasn't earlier disclosed by authority, released her name Friday through Yeager. Joy played a principal mermaid in 2011's Pirates of the Caribbean. She also had roles on TV CSI Vegas, Criminal Minds, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Wild 'N Out. 50 Cent's real name is Curtis Jackson. The 37-year-old is facing 1 count of DV and 4 counts of vandalism. Daphne Joy and Curtis Jackson have been together for a few years and an exclusive relationship. They had a child, and now Daphne's number one priority is to ensure both her and the baby's safety during this difficult time. We also hope everyone will respect her and the baby's privacy. This week, however, Los Angeles City Attorney Mike Furer's office described Joy as a former girlfriend of Curtis. The alleged victim had previously been in a 3-year relationship with Jackson, the city prosecutor says. Joy alleges that she was injured when Jackson kicked her on June 23rd. Authorities allege that Jackson caused $7,100 worth of damage to her property and left the scene before police arrived. During an argument, Jackson allegedly began destroying her property. Allegedly, when the female locked herself in the bedroom, Jackson kicked open the door and kicked her, causing an injury. Police found broken chandeliers and furniture throughout the home. The bedroom closet was ransacked, the clothes thrown all over the floor, and there was a broken television and lamp. His arraignment was set for July the 22nd at Van Nuys Superior Court. If convicted, he could have faced up to $46,000, 5 years in jail, and $46,000 in fines. On Friday, he shared a series of photos of himself lounging around the playful captions such as, "I'm not in jail, I'm by my pool," and "I'm not in jail, I'm on my Gucci couch." So for anybody that says she never said anything before and this is the first person, that's not true. That's not true. Looks like she filed charges in the past. Okay. So there it is, y'all. I will say this. 50 Cent is a lot of things, but I think he does have a right to be concerned about the welfare of his child, whether it's true or not. I mean, she was named in this lawsuit. I'm not saying, you know. And I will also say this. I don't know. I certainly don't know the ins and outs of his relationship with his son, but it does seem like he's with his son a lot. I don't know. I mean, do y'all? It seems like he's with his son a lot. Now, again, I don't know the ins and outs, but it does seem like he's with his son a lot. But anyway, moving on. That's the 50 Cent. So I think that's all of the Diddy stuff we have, child. I think that's all of the Diddy stuff we have. We getting ready to switch gears a little bit. Oh, shoot. Okay. The fact she in that lawsuit in New York going after Diddy gives him the upper hand. Yeah, it does. I hope 50's hands are clean. The way he like to troll Diddy and everybody else, I hope so too. I hope so too. You know what? Another round. I heard that in my head. Kicked in the door on the fourth floor. All I heard was "Papa, don't hit me no more." That was actually in my head while I was reading that. It was actually in my head. So let me say this. We have a shit we did not ask for before we're going to switch over to Bravo. We do have a shit we did not ask for. For those of you that are new here, stuff we did not ask for is a series we like to do here where I pull things. It's usually food items. Maybe it's a movie, a television show, stuff we did not ask for. You can participate if you are a member. You have your emojis. But if you are not a member, you can still participate. So when I tell you what it is, the one is yes, this is something that I asked for. This is something that I wanted. The two is a no, I didn't ask for this. I don't particularly want this. And the three is a hell no. Child, Stevie J threatening to beat 50 Cent up. Child, I ain't got no time. I don't have time for either one of them. Like, two F boys, I can't. Who you gonna root for? Two F boys fighting. Who you gonna root for? We say when you're not owned by gatekeepers, you can move in different ways. That's why he talks so much. I'll be come down to the front, please, sir. Leave that grown man alone. You missed the dad train. Right. Like, I'll be, sir, go somewhere, please. I can't. Okay. It's 250 of y'all in here. If you guys could please, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button, subscribe. Okay. So in today's edition of stuff we did not ask for, and none of us asked for it. Well, I shouldn't say that. Some of y'all might have asked for this. So I'm going to just tell you what it is. Safari announces the release of his book, The Allure of Celebrity Dating. Safari. Nicki Minaj's ex, Erica Mena's ex-husband. He wrote a book, y'all. It's called The Allure of Celebrity Dating. Who won it? Two is a no. Three is a hell no. Two is a no. And three is a hell no. Safari, can you even read who wrote this for you? Nidwin said she kind of want to read. Well, you read it and tell us about it, boo. It's okay to want to read it. It is okay. It is okay. You let us know what it say, though, because I'm not reading it. Not keep it safe, said 4. Not keep it safe, said I'm going to give you a 4 on that one, okay? All right, let's switch gears. Who gonna do the audiobook? Who gonna do it? Is Safari gonna read the audiobook? So I was listening to Layla Lynn. Shout out to Layla Lynn. And Layla Lynn was actually reading through Porsha's court papers. We're going over to Bravo now. We're talking about Porsha and Simon. And she was actually reading through Porsha's court papers. And what we found out is that Simon is being even more petty than we thought he was being, right? So what we found out in Porsha's paperwork, allegedly, when Simon had locked Porsha out of the house, we talked about that on yesterday, that he had changed the locks. Now, Porsha, based on the prenup, Porsha is supposed to be in that house. Porsha is supposed to have access to that house. At this point, Simon is supposed to be gone. He had 30 days to vacate the premises. He could keep belongings there for up to, 90 days? I think they said that we read yesterday. But he is supposed to physically be gone. He asked for an extension. Porsha's attorney said, no, we want you gone. Let's go. And the day before he was supposed to be gone is when he changed the locks. And he wasn't even in the country. He was in Dubai. Well, we found out it's even more petty than what we talked about yesterday, allegedly. Because on top of the fact that he was out of the country when this happened, and based on the prenup, as we understand it, 6 months. Thank you, Cross Country Cruiser, 6 months. Based on what we understand, not only did he change the locks and move and wasn't in the country, he allowed his children that he has from previous relationships to move into the house while he wasn't in the country. Now, according to Porsha's paperwork, Porsha didn't object. She said, hell, I've been taking care of them kids when he in and out of the country. If they want to come and stay, they can come and stay in the house while we get everything worked out. I'm not going to put them out. I'm not going to have them on the streets, okay? Allegedly. But this was around the time of PJ's, Porsha's daughter's birthday party. She was her 5th birthday party. And the party was supposed to be at the house. So at the last minute, Porsha had to pivot and find somewhere else for that baby to have her party. And when Porsha went back to the house to retrieve some of the things, part of those things were what the baby needed for her birthday party. Now, I told y'all yesterday I don't have no sympathy for Porsha, so I see some of y'all in the chat saying the same thing. Child, I told y'all yesterday that I don't have no sympathy for none of them, okay? Now, today we find out, child, let me read this to y'all. Let me read it to y'all. Child, I keep opening up the wrong thing. Simon filed paperwork today, child. I know the courts are sick of them. The court's is about as sick of them. Oh, I'm sorry, Lexi. I'm sending prayers. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me scroll up. Let me see what you said. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your aunt passing. Sending love. Sending love and hugs, boo. So them Atlanta courts about as sick of Porsha and Dennis now as they are of Kim and Corey, okay? So today, Simon files a cease and desist over not allowing the show to film at his mansion. Now, according to the prenup, it ain't your mansion, but let's read what it's saying. Porsha Williams' estranged husband, Simon Gobadia, has threatened to take legal action against the production company behind the Real Housewives of Atlanta if they don't stop filming his home at once amid the former couple's divorce. The entrepreneur fired off a cease and desist letter to True Entertainment with his complaint. Gabadia does not consent to the release, disclosure, or publication of any photograph of the property, nor does he consent to the taping, filming, or recording of the property, including any aspects of any activity in or about the property. He declared that he is the sole owner. Williams' ex provided a copy of the deed for the nearly $7 million home he purchased in November 2021 to substantiate his concerns. Failure to comply with the request herein would lead to Gabadia filing a claim, it stated. A source close to production, on the other hand, told Page 6 that he shouldn't fret, as no scenes have been filmed there for season 6. Season 6? They mean season 16. That's a typo. The filming drama came after news that Williams pulled the plug on their 15-month. Okay, child, we ain't reading all that again. But okay, this way I need an attorney. Because just because your name is on the deed, just because your name is on the deed to the home, if the prenup says that the home belongs to Porsha, well, not belongs, but if the prenup said that Porsha can stay in that house and that is her sole residence until the conclusion of the divorce and or the selling of the property, then the fact that your name is on the deed don't matter if she's the one that's her sole residence and that's her job. Like, I'm sorry, sir. According to the prenup, as we understand it, you ain't even supposed to be there. You're supposed to be gone on March the 22nd. It is March the 20th. What's the day? The 27th, the 28th? Sir, you have overstayed your welcome. I mean, according to what we read, you have stayed out. You have overstayed your welcome. He had to sign a release of film. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they. I'm assuming yes. You know, I don't know. Can't you just call immigration? No, he has a permit to be in the country. He just can't become a legal citizen. I mean, he can't become a permanent citizen. He's not. Well, listen. Don't get me lying. Look, don't get me unraveling that. But as of right now, no. Her calling the immigration ain't going to yield what she wants. You ain't lying, Tasha. Them squatters, boy. Them squatters know how to get over. Them squatters know how to get over, child. You ain't lying about that. You are not lying about that. All right. Let's head on over to Beverly Hills, child. I have an update. Now, yesterday we talked about this Anne-Marie situation where somebody was trying to say that part of the reason why she was let go from the show is because of her political affiliations. They said that she was a Trump supporter and she supported Candace Owens. Well, almost as soon as I got off the live yesterday, I saw some stuff happening. So let's go through what's been going on with Anne-Marie and her husband and the ladies down to the Real Housewives, okay? So a man by the name of Colin Rugg posted this. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Anne-Marie Wiley was allegedly fired from the show for her right-wing views, including her support for Trump, Candace Owens, and of her opposition to transgender athletes. Wiley was reportedly released from the show for clashing with other housewives over her political views. According to a source who spoke with the Daily Mail, Chinese-American Crystal Kung Minkoff, who was on the show, couldn't comprehend how Wiley could support Trump. The Chinese-American openly struggled to understand why a woman of color would be aligned with Trump, the source said. She was open and proud to be Team MAGA and a staunch Donald Trump supporter. But then, okay, Naturally Glow says she's going through a divorce and the judge has to set a temporary order to enforce the prenup. Okay, thank you. But then a source close to Bravo tells Reality T Drop this: there is no truth to the recent claims that Anne-Marie Wiley was fired from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after just one season because of her political views. The clarification comes after a Mail Online article suggested she butted heads with cast members because of her alleged support of Trump. It also suggested that Garcelle Bouvet had it out with Anne-Marie's support of political conspiracy theorist Candace Owens. Whether or not this did go down at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion taping, it didn't have an effect on casting decisions. So it does sound like her and Garcelle had a little spat over Candace Owens down to the reunion. Because see, what they said here is whether or not this did go down, which means it happened, child. Which means it happened. Okay. So Anne-Marie posted this on her Instagram. You know how you can have people ask you questions. So it says, what is your current relationship status with Crystal? Anne-Marie says, non-existent. She's a fake, woke, pathological liar with a superiority complex. I don't do toxicity in my real life, respectfully. No idea how she continues to get away with it. So when we hear when we hear somebody use the word woke, what that says to me is y'all have had some conversations about politics, because why are you throwing she's fake woke? Y'all know how them people like to throw woke around like it's a bad word, like being woke is a bad thing. So that sounds to me like there were conversations about political views. But like I told you guys yesterday, there are a whole lot of housewives that are Trump supporters. They just don't, it's just not something that normally, they definitely don't show it on screen. And it's not something they talk about. Okay. So then here come her husband. Her husband has something to say. So here he go. Look at these bullshitters opening up Pandora's box. And he spelled Pandora wrong. He spelled Pandora. And maybe he did it on purpose. Maybe he was trying to say Pandora's box, but he spelled it as like you spell pander and not Pandora. But again, he may have done that on purpose. I'm going to let it go. Crystal knows damn well my wife is not a Trump supporter. But even if she was, who the hell are you to politically police her? Crystal also knows her virtue signaling ass shouldn't be saying the word nigga in videos, a word I don't even use, but she has. Worse, she doubles down on dumb by implying to my wife, who she has to vote for since she's black. I don't understand none of what this man is saying. I guess he's saying that Crystal was trying to tell her that she had to vote for Biden just because she was black. And Garcelle puts the con, I think he meant coon, and confused. Acts pro-black, but stays hating on black women in a desperate attempt to stay fancy. Ha ha. How clever of you. You're playing off of her name from the Jamie Foxx show. Ha ha. On a show with no blacks. Let's be real. My wife wasn't good on Housewives. Personally, I'm glad she's off the show. She was a horrible fit. We all saw it, and it was obviously why. Sir, I don't understand what you're saying. And it was obviously why. Oh, I'm sorry, that's my fault, not his. It was obvious why. That's me. That was me, y'all. That was me. That was me. It was obvious why. It's impossible to truly know how fake you have to be to actually be a real housewife. Y'all need me to read that again? But y'all got the gist of what this man tried to say. This is what I'm going to say about all of this. It sounds like he's not wrong about what, Angela? It sounds like Anne-Marie got hit with the stick that was meant for her husband. Because you guys remember when we found out that Anne-Marie Wiley was going to be on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Remember, we looked her up and we found out that she was the wife to Marcus Wiley, who we had already talked about because he has a podcast and he had made comments about transgender athletes. And remember, he made comments about Dwayne Wade and Zaya and how Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle are dealing with that situation. He is a Trump supporter, right? So it sounds like a lot of things that are being attributed to him were pushed on her. But it does sound like that Candace Owen conversation was legit. So here's what I'm going to say. If your wife supports Candace Owen, is it a far-fetched thought to think that she supports Donald Trump? I mean, is it unrealistic to believe that she is a Trump supporter? I mean, she's married to you. And I know that married couples don't always agree on political ideology. So I'm not saying that just because you're a Trump supporter, that automatically means that she's a Trump supporter. But I don't know how you support Candace Owen and you're not a Trump supporter. I don't know how you separate that. I don't know how you're sympathetic to Candace Owen and you're not sympathetic to Trump. I mean, again, I could be wrong, but I don't see that road. I don't understand how that is. I don't understand that. But that's what it sounds like. It sounds like that the conversation did come up. It sounds like at the reunion there was an argument. I mean, I'm just saying. I ain't saying she a Trumper. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I think the one thing we can all agree on is that she was not a good fit, and we are glad she's not coming back. So I think that's the one thing we can all agree on. Okay? I think we can all agree on that. All right, now. Now listen. Do y'all want to talk about this Whitehead? You know, Whitehead filed for a new trial. Y'all want to talk about Whitehead child? Right, sir, I need you to go focus on your sexual assault case. How about that? Can you go focus on that? On that lady that said that you assaulted her when y'all was in college. All right, let's talk about Whitehead. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. Once again, shout out to Tracy. Tracy sent me this. Tracy sent me the case. So once again, y'all know Tracy be hooking us up over here. For those of you that are new here, y'all don't know who Bishop Whitehead is, I can only say go back to the playlist, honey. Because baby, we've been doing this too long to start over. I love you, and I do, but I can't. I can't. He was convicted last month. We've been following the trial, or we've been following his case for the last year and a half. It all started when his church was robbed, child. And he'll tell you every chance he get. He'll tell you every chance he get. Okay. Here it is right here. Whitehead. So Whitehead filed for a motion for a new trial. Now, he did go live the other night to explain the motion and to go motion by motion. Really, I told you, unless Bishop Robbery gave you your millions, he says he can have several seats. I wish. Y'all already know if I was making the millions. Hell, y'all already know. They completed his transcripts and then been sent to be redacted so they can be viewed by the public. Oh, all right. All right. Child, nitwit say, tell him the truth. You was one of the reasons, child. I wasn't. Now I'm reading this for the first time, so hold on. I got his IG live if you want it. Girl, you can send it to me. We can look at some of it. I did screen record some of it, but I didn't even pull it up, but I did record some of it. But yeah, send it to me, Tracy. Yeah, send it to me. Please. So, first of all, let's talk about the fact that you filed a whole motion for a new trial. You want them to throw out the old trial. And you want them to bring in the new and give you a whole new trial. Ask me how long y'all think this motion is. Now, remember, the Diddy lawsuit, the first one was 70 pages. The second one was 90 pages. The Cassie lawsuit was something like 80, 90 pages. The Vince McMahon lawsuit was like 80, 90 pages, right? Remember all them lawsuits? Y'all ask me how long y'all think this motion was that Bishop Whitehead filed for a new trial. Yeah, just take a guess in the chat. Just take a guess. Give me a number from 1 to 100. Let's do 1 to 100. The person who come the closest, I might send you a cash app. Let me see how long. Let me see if y'all get the person who come the closest. Okay, I see 1 page. I see 3 pages. Okay. Let me give you about another minute. I see 100 pages. Okay. It's 8:04. I'm going to give you till 8:05. I see 5. I see 6. Okay. Oh, I see 98. Okay. Tracy, you can't play. Quake said 17. Don, you can't play either. Keep It Cute said 11. Child Marnie said 250. Now, Marnie, I gave you the hint, girl. I see 71. I see 68. 97. All right, it's 8:05, so I'm about to cut it off. I know it's a delay sometime, but I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to let these last couple of answers come through. Some of y'all have come close. Nobody has hit the nail on the head, but some of y'all have come close. Hold on. Let me see. I see 55. Let me scroll up because somebody came close. Let me see who came closest. Nina said 1.5. All right, I'm cutting it off at Nina. Let me scroll up. I think I know who came the closest. I just want to make sure because sometimes I miss stuff. I believe, let me double check again. Let me double check myself one last time. Let me scroll all the way up. We'll start there. Let me scroll down one more time. Make sure. All right. Stephanie Jones came the closest. If I'm wrong, please let me know I'm wrong in the chat. Baby, this thing was 9 pages long. Stephanie said 7. I ain't seen nobody. I thought I saw somebody that said 8. That's why I kept looking. But where I said I was cutting it off, let me know if somebody before. I told y'all I cut it off at Nina. I cut it off at Nina with 1.5. So if you saw anybody before that had it closer than 7, let me know. But as of right now, I see Stephanie Jones with 7. And Stephanie, if you tell me what your Cash App is, I'm going to send you a tip. I'm going to send you a little something, okay? So the bishop filed this thing in court, okay? We're going to read through it, and then we'll look at some of Tracy. We'll look at some of the live. Because he's a fool. I can't be nice no more, y'all. He's just a damn idiot. And he thinks, and the sad thing is, it's not just that he's an idiot. He thinks we're idiots. It's not just he's an idiot, child. He thinks we're idiots, okay? Let's look at this daggone thing. Let's look at this case. Now, I'm going to encourage you guys to go watch Pam's coverage. Pam was there every day of the trial. The only thing she missed was the opening statements, but she was there the rest of the trial, and she gave us a very detailed breakdown. I think she did 3 different videos breaking down her the days in court, and she went through a lot of the stuff that he is alleging. She already covered and told us about. But let's read through what he is alleging. Overview. The charges in this indictment arise from a course of conduct in which Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, sought money and other things of value from victims on the basis of either threats or false promises that the victim's investments with Whitehead would benefit the victim financially. In fact, Whitehead, who leads a church in Brooklyn, New York, intended to and did defraud the victims by taking their money and other property with no intention of investing it, returning it, or enriching the victims. From at least in or about April 2020 up to and including in or about July 2021, Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, elicited approximately $90,000 from an individual who attended his church, parentheses, victim number 1. Through a series of cell phone and internet communication with victim number 1 and her son, under the terms of their agreement, Whitehead could use the money to assist victim number 1 in obtaining a home. And after doing so, Whitehead would otherwise be able to use the money as an investment in his real estate business. However, shortly after victim number 1 transferred the money to Whitehead from her retirement savings, Whitehead instead used victim number 1's money to purchase thousands of dollars of luxury goods and clothing, and he continued to use victim number 1's money for his own purposes. Whitehead never helped victim number 1 obtain a home and has not returned the money despite her request that he do so. So can I say something? Hold on, let me do this before I forget. Let me send Stephanie her tip. Let me send Stephanie her tip. SCPHA. Okay, I spelled it right. And what's the number? 8872. Let me make sure I spelled it right. 8872. Stephanie, let me know if you got it. I'm gonna make sure I send it to the right person. Let me know if you got it. Put a thumbs up in the chat or something like that. Okay. Gabby was the closest. What did Gabby write? I didn't. What number did Gabby put? Oh, Gabby said 10. My apologies. Okay, Gabby, give me your Cash App. I'll send you a tip too, boo. Yeah, my apologies. I think I was focused on the number 9 So I saw 7. I didn't see 10. Okay. Gabby, baby, send me your cash app. I got you. I'll tip you too, my love. No problem. Okay. So Whitehead had already contradicted himself because in his live that he did, he said that the state accused him of taking the $90,000 and using that money to buy his house. But that's not what they said. Anyway, let me just keep reading, child. In or about April and May of 2022, Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, attempted to convince a businessman, victim number 2, to lend Whitehead approximately $500,000 and give him a stake in certain real estate transactions. Whitehead told victim number 2 that in exchange for this money and interest in the real estate transaction, Whitehead would obtain favorable actions by the New York government for victim number 2 that would enrich both Whitehead and the victim. When Whitehead knew that he had no ability to obtain such actions. Despite that knowledge, Whitehead told victim number 2 that they would make millions. Near the beginning of his relationship with victim number 2, Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, also used threats of force to obtain $5,000 from a business owned by the victim. At the direction of law enforcement, victim number 2 made the payment to Whitehead. During the course of the investigation into the conduct of Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, special agents of the Federal Bureau of Investigation executed a search warrant for cell phones on the person of Whitehead. Whitehead told the agents that he owned only the cell phone, which was then on his person. When Whitehead knew that he in fact owned a second cell phone, which he regularly used before and after the execution of the warrant, including to send a text message in which Whitehead identified phone number 2 as my other phone, shortly after telling the agents that he had no other phone. The allegations contained in paragraphs 1 through 5 above are repeated, alleged, and incorporated by reference of the fully set forth within. From at least in or about April, let me make sure it's not the same thing. Oh, this is the wire fraud. Okay. From at least in or about April 2020 up to and including in or about June of 2021 in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, having devised and intending to devise a scheme and artifice to defend or obtain money and property by means of false and fraudulent pretense, representations, and promises transmitted and caused to be transmitted by means of wire, radio, and television communication in interstate and foreign commerce, writings, signs, signals, pictures, and sounds for the purpose of executing such scheme and orifice, to wit. Whitehead made material representations to victim 1 and her son to obtain money from victim 1 as purported real estate investment. Okay. I don't know why I'm rereading this, you guys. It's just the charges against him. Hold on. So they go through the charges. I don't know why I'm rereading that. Okay. Y'all, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Is this the whole thing? Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, here it is right here. I'm sorry, y'all. My apologies. My apologies. My apologies. Tracy, is this the whole thing? Because it looks like all it is just the counts. I mean, it's just the counts of what we already know he was convicted of. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. Maybe I'm just sleepy. I'm sorry. I don't see nothing on here. I really don't see nothing on here. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. I don't see anything on here, Tracy. I'm looking at the right one. Am I looking at the right one? Hold on. Let me go to my email. Hold on. Let me go back, y'all. Let me go back. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right one, y'all. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me stop sharing. Child, I got so much daggone email with Whitehead. Give me a second. Yeah, it's the same one. Yeah, it's the same one. Diddy got a new one. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Give me a second. My apologies, you guys. My apologies. Lord. Diddy got a new one. What the hell? What is this? Rodney Jones. I'm sick of him. I'm not going through nothing else that Rodney Jones is sending out. I'm sick of him. Now, I'm sick of Rodney. Okay, you're right. I was reading the wrong one, you guys. I apologize. I don't know what that was I was reading. My bad. Okay. Here's the right one. Okay. My apologies, y'all. Oh, Lord. I'm tired. I think I did not sleep well last night. And I got up and I went to the gym this morning. And I think my coffee is wearing off. And it's 8 o'clock. I'm not about to drink no more coffee. But we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. Thank you, Tracy. Maybe we just need to do Whitehead another day, child. Maybe I'm just tired. But we're going to go through this. Let's go through this Whitehead thing, child. Because he getting on my nerves. All right, so here's the Whitehead motion for judgment of acquittal. So, of course, they got to cite, the case law as to why they have a right to ask for the judge to set aside so that they can have a new trial. This is not the appeal. This is different from an appeal. So this is not his appeal, which he's probably going to file an appeal, and he has a right to file an appeal. This is basically asking for a whole new trial. So it says under count 1, the count relates to the so-called Anderson fraud. There is insufficient evidence as to any intent to defraud, as well as any material misstatement. There is no proof beyond a reasonable doubt that Lamar Whitehead ever had any intention of defrauding Pauline Anderson. There is evidence that Lamar acted in good faith regarding the investment up until the point that Ms. Anderson threatened legal action, and after a lawsuit which predated this 1-year end term of the agreement. Additionally, there was no evidence presented that Lamar Whitehead personally made the alleged material misstatements. The evidence adduced at trial shows at best that Rashid Anderson told his mother that Whitehead had said he would use the money to buy Miss Anderson a house. There is not an indication that Whitehead himself made that promise. While some of the evidence adduced at trial indicates that Mr. Whitehead later made statements to Miss Anderson after the beginning of the agreement to the effect of, "We're going to get you that house," there's no credible evidence that this was the actual statement that Lamar made in order to get Pauline Anderson to transfer the money. This is supported by the cross-examination of Pauline Anderson, where she states clearly that she had no direct conversation with Lamar Whitehead via call or text about the investment or inquiring about the status of the money prior to 2021. There was no evidence that Lamar ever requested the $90,000 prior to November. That's not 100% accurate. And Pam, excuse me, Pam spoke to this because even though, and see, here's where they play word games. Here's where they play word games. Even though Lamar Whitehead, Gabby, I didn't forget about you. Trey, hold on, let me see. Did you put your Cash App in the chat? Oh, there it is. Hold on, let me do this before I forget. Hold on. $ GABB. Hold on. Y Scott 19. Make sure. Okay, again, make sure. Let me know you got it. So here's where they play word games, you guys. Here's where they play word games. Yes, Whitehead did not directly call Miss Anderson, and Miss Anderson did not directly call Whitehead until later. But what he's not saying is that the son would call and would have them on three-way. The son, okay, thank you, babe. The son would call and they would be on a three-way phone call, right? And this is where the conversations took place. They had copies of emails. They had printed out text messages. Pam said that they came in there with a binder this thick, full of the text messages and the emails that were printed out between Whitehead, the son, and the mother. Emails between Whitehead, the son, and the mother. So again, you're right, sir. You didn't directly call this woman, but you were part of the conversation via the son. Oh, let me keep reading, child. Let me keep reading. Uh-uh. The evidence clearly shows that prior to the lawsuit, Lamar Whitehead stated in no uncertain terms his intention to deliver on the investment that Pauline Anderson has made, and this defeats the intent to defraud element. It should additionally be noted that no direct evidence was presented that the check or transfers utilized the New York Federal Reserve in Manhattan, and therefore that there was venue in the Southern District of New York, where the check to have been used, for example, in the Eastern District of New York or the District of New Jersey, but not the Southern District of New York. Therefore, a judgment of acquittal should be entered as to count one. So again, sir, the wire fraud happened when the money was wired. Child, let's keep going. It should additionally be noted that no direct evidence. I just read that part. Okay. Count two. Count two relates to the so-called Belmonte fraud. In this case, there was no fraud as alleged by the government. It is clear from the text and messages that the supposed $500,000 that Belmonte was to give Whitehead was not some payment, but a high interest hard money loan. There was no benefit to Whitehead from taking that loan other than, as he stated, the fact that he felt it would help develop the business relationship between Belmonte and Whitehead. Belmonte would have given the loan, which could have had interest as high as 20%, and would have been repaid the loan plus the high and would have been repaid that loan plus the high interest. That makes clear that any intent to defraud is not supported by this evidence. Why would an individual defraud another of a high interest loan that they would have to pay back at 20%? This is again similar to, what's that say, Nordrich? If Lamar Whitehead intended to pay back that loan, which later is no evidence that he did not, then Lamar did not have the intent to defraud required for this charge. Much like how the element was defeated by the documentation showing that Nordrich, I guess, wanted to pay all of the bondholders in full. This is demonstrated by the text messages in Government Exhibit 351 through 08, where Mr. Whitehead is repeatedly asking about the contract and the manner and timing of the transfer, while Mr. Belmonte provides numerous different untrue rationales for why the contract and payment have not been transmitted. Additionally, the contract would have placed a lien on the property in Connecticut had Mr. Whitehead not paid the loan, and would have been a lien on the property preventing any potential loss to Mr. Belmonte. He'd just be playing so many word games. In addition to the material misstatement allegedly made to Brandon Belmonte that Lamar Whitehead could get improper favors from government officials, it is not borne out of any of the evidence presented at trial. Given that there was not sufficient evidence that Lamar Whitehead actually promised anything improper from government officials, there is no proof beyond a reasonable doubt of any material misstatement which is required to convict, where Lamar Whitehead to have promised things that he could actually deliver, or which he believed in good faith he could deliver, that there was no material misstatement. There was no evidence presented which proves beyond a reasonable doubt that Lamar Whitehead made any material misstatements. So let me give you an example. First of all, we're not even going to talk about the fact that you were trying to get a loan and use the Connecticut property as collateral, the Connecticut property that is now in foreclosure because you never made a payment on that loan. We ain't even going to talk about that Connecticut property. But you're saying that you never evidenced any connection to government officials that would allege this fraud. Well, that's not true. In court, they played conversations between you and Belmonte where you called the mayor's office to prove to Belmonte that you could talk to the mayor. And they had the transcript of you talking to the mayor's secretary where you were like, hey, how you doing? How the kids doing? Yeah, I need to talk to Eric. Is he there? Okay, well, tell him it's important. I need to talk to him. I need to talk to him. Why would you call the mayor while you were with Belmonte other than to prove that you have a relationship with the mayor? You see what I'm saying? So, sir, that's not true. You absolutely did do things that would show that you had a relationship with the mayor. That doesn't mean that the mayor was in on the conspiracy. That doesn't mean that Eric Whitehead, I said Eric Whitehead, Lord. I said Eric Whitehead. That doesn't mean that the mayor knew anything about what you were doing. But what it does mean is that you did show that there was a connection between you and Whitehead. And the mayor, y'all know what I'm saying. So again, that's not true. And they absolutely showed evidence. They read so many text messages between Bishop Whitehead and the mayor, where Whitehead is talking about, yeah, you got elected. It's time for us to get paid. Everybody else is getting paid. It's time for me to get paid. Like, he's literally saying these things in text messages. So, sir, what are you talking about? They absolutely did show that you felt like your proximity to the mayor was supposed to grant you certain things. It's in the text messages. Wait till we can get those transcripts. Y'all wait till we get the transcripts from this man's trial. Y'all wait. I think there's one more. Let me read through the one more, child. So then they showed an excerpt from one conversation. Man, they played so many conversations between you and the mayor and text messages with Belmonte. You take one little conversation, child. The only way that the jury could have determined that Lamar Whitehead made a material misstatement by promising any kind of favors he could not deliver from government officials is if the jury took Brandon Belmonte's statements from their truth. The mere context provided by those statements is insufficient. You can't tell the jury that it's not sufficient if they were sufficient to find you guilty. The only way that the jury could have convicted on count 2 and count 3 is if the jury took Brandon Belmonte's statements for the truth of the matter asserted, which they could not properly do. The introduction of these statements without Belmonte's testimony was predicated on them not being used for the truth nor the matter asserted. So he's also saying that because they weren't able to actually cross-examine Belmonte, that's not fair. Now, I can see his point on that, but I mean, Belmonte has his own charges pending. Why would he testify? Why would Belmonte voluntarily testify in a criminal trial when he has criminal charges pending, and that could open up a door that might make him have to basically snitch on himself on what he allegedly is or isn't out here doing in these streets? You're the one. Remember Whitehead? For those of us who's been following this, remember when Whitehead used to come down here every day and tell us that Belmonte need to be arrested and Belmonte was a crook and Belmonte this and Belmonte that? You remember? Y'all remember? Well, he got arrested. And now, as a result of him getting arrested, guess what? He can't testify. He has to plead the fifth. Let's scroll down to count 4, child. Count 4 basically is when they were talking about the phone, and Whitehead said that he didn't lie to the FBI by not telling them he had a second phone. He said he thought that they were asking him, did he have a phone that he could reach the mayor on, not if he had another phone. It is not contesting that Mr. Whitehead was asked if he had another phone that federal agents could call him on. There was no witness who had a specific recollection of a specific question which was asked that did not have the qualifier of asking if federal agents could contact Lamar Whitehead on the other phone. Nor was there any question without that qualifier reflected in any of law enforcement paperwork. The government's position is that Lamar Whitehead made a materially false statement to law enforcement because when Lamar Whitehead made a materially false statement, I'm sorry, do you have another cell phone that we can call you on? He was supposed to have understood that law enforcement was actually asking him, do you own another cell phone? Can I ask y'all a question? If somebody come up to you in this day and age, and somebody says to you, you got another phone I can reach you on? I mean, who has a house phone? And I know people do. That's not what I'm saying. But for him to be like, I didn't know they were talking about another cell phone. Sir, he really reaching, y'all. He is really reaching. And again, he's arguing venues, saying that none of this is connected to the Southern District, that they don't have the proper venue. Count 5 is him saying that he did not provide false documentation to get his house. Y'all, there's so much evidence that shows that that's a lie. There's so much evidence. The government went piece by piece to show the false statements and the lies and the fake accounts and all of that. Child, he trying to say he was a victim of identity of fraud. Okay. And then he filed the motion for the new trial. As you can see, Belmonte testified outside of the presence of the jury. Yeah. And girl, and then they do mention the YouTuber that yelled at the jury allegedly. It was, as you can see, it ain't my name. My name, that's not my name. I can tell you, I ain't gonna say, I'm not gonna read the person's name, but it says the name of her podcast and everything. It has the video. I mean, it has all of that information. I just can tell you it won't me. Okay. But again, remember, I told you guys that the judge polled the jury. The judge polled the jury. And the jury said they didn't hear her. Okay. How much are the transcripts? Tracy, how much are the transcripts? Yeah. Child, he tried to say it was AI. He tried to say all kinds of stuff. But we are working on getting those transcripts. There is a cost. I don't know how much the cost is. I'll definitely be sending, we're gonna make sure that we cover the cost. But there is a cost. There is a cost, okay? Y'all, let me get off of here. Chasing Dallas, I think it started. Is it already on, Tracy? Child, let me see. Is it already on? The Chasing Dallas started at 8, or is it coming on at 9? Oh, I guess it came on at 8. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it came on at 8. So I'm about to go watch Chasing Dallas. We will crowdfund for it. Okay. Well, Tracy, you let me know, and I'm gonna hold y'all to it. So we can collect the money. Tracy, you let me know when the transcripts are available and how much it's gonna cost, and we make sure that we cover that. Okay. With that being said, you guys, I'm sorry I couldn't give y'all a full Whitehead enthusiastic rundown. I am so tired, but we're definitely I'm gonna make sure that I am fresh and ready when we had them transcripts, so we can give y'all some theater. Thank y'all for coming through, you guys. I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna watch Chasing Dallas, and then I'm going to bed because I am tired. I'm gonna take them candles back tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna take this trash out before I go to bed. I'm gonna take them candles back tomorrow, and I'm about to text my hairdresser right now, see if I can get my hair done tomorrow too. All right, you guys. I will talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace.